What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of The Real Breakdown. We are continuing our rewatch of Avatar the Last Airbender. Today we are doing episode number 14. Episode 14 today. We're more than halfway through, guys. Very excited to bring you guys this series on the channel. So guys, if you have not watched Avatar the Last Airbender Season 1, Season 2, and Season 3, then go ahead and add this to your watch later list, because we are going to be talking about spoilers. We're going to be talking about things that we liked, how they relate to later seasons, what we thought could have been done differently. So all that good stuff. If you guys have seen us, then join us for this episode, guys. Let's get right into it. Chapter 14, The Fortune Teller. This episode to me has one of the weirder starts. Like, it's a start that kind of has nothing to do with the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
You are so gonna be dinner.
This is more like of the silly episodes.
Hey, where's the fishing line?
Oh, I didn't think you would need it, Sokka.
It's all tangled.
Not tangled, woven. I made you a necklace, Katara. I thought since you lost your other one.
Aww. That was smart. They brought it back up to remind you
Thanks, Aang.
about that.
I love it.
Great, eh? Maybe instead of saving the world, you can go into the jewelry making business.
I don't see why I can't do both.
Such an Aang thing to say.
Stop taunting me!
Oh my gosh.
So, how do I look?
Oh.
Katara's pretty,
I
man.
mean, all of you, or just your neck? I mean, both look great.
Smoochy, smoochy, someone's in love.
The fish just slaps.
That's what you
Stop
get.
teasing me, Sokka. Aang's just a good friend. A
Ooh.
sweet little guy. Just
Ooh.
like Momo. Thanks.
You just compared her to Momo.
Just got stabbed in the heart, man.
Nice day, isn't it?
Make noise!
Does he have his eyes closed?
No, play dead. You'll lose interest.
Oh, close one.
Run downhill, then climb a tree,
No, punch him in the bill.
and then run in zigzags.
No need. It's going to be fine.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this
Whoa there!
intro. Oh,
He just laid an egg. Love that.
I forgot about that.
Lunch.
Aunt Wu predicted I'd have a safe journey.
On who?
No, Aunt Wu. She's the fortune teller from my village.
But the fortune teller was wrong. You didn't have a safe journey. You were almost killed.
But I wasn't. All right.
So it
have a
begins.
while.
Sokka's battle of science
Aunt
and
Wu said
supernatural.
if I met any travelers to give them this.
Maybe we should go see Aunt Wu and learn our fortunes. It could be fun.
Oh, come on. Fortune telling is nonsense.
What do you know? An umbrella.
No, it doesn't. You can't really tell the future.
I guess you're not really getting wet then.
Dang. No.
Not the egg.
Of
Oh.
course she predicted it was gonna rain.
Just
Guys can
wasted
pray
some
all
good
day.
food,
Just
man.
admit you might be wrong and you can come under the umbrella.
Look, I'm gonna predict the future now. It's going to keep drizzling. See?
Not
I love
everyone has
that.
a gift, Sokka.
That's the universe just telling you, look, dude, you don't know how I work. Just keep your mouth shut.
Different animation there.
Is expecting you.
It's Zhang's cousin. Oh man.
Oh, this girl.
My name is Meng, and I'm Aunt Wu's assistant.
Oh my god. Look at
And
this.
look, his face. Love that.
Hello there. Oh, can I give you some tea or some of Aunt Wu's special bean curd puffs?
I'll try a curd puff.
Just a second. So what's your name? Aang. That rhymes with Mang. And you've got some pretty big ears, don't you?
Oh.
I guess.
Don't be modest. They're huge.
Well, Aang, it's very nice to meet you. Very nice.
What is it about them, like, making fun of each other for their ears?
House of nonsense.
Yeah.
Try to keep an open mind, Sokka. There are things in this world that just can't be explained.
True.
Wouldn't it be nice to have some insight into your future?
It would be nice to have some bean curd puffs.
Oh, Meng! Aunt Wu says I'm going to meet my true love. He's going to give me a rare panda lily.
That's so romantic. I wonder if my true love will give me a rare flower.
Good luck with that. Is that the big ear guy who Aunt Wu predicted you'd marry?
Sorry, girl. It ain't him.
Oh.
Enjoy your snack.
I remember watching this and being like, no! Katara is meant for him!
Yep.
Don't be shy.
What do you think they're talking about back there?
Boring stuff, I'm sure. Love, who she's gonna marry, how many babies she's gonna have.
Yeah, dumb stuff like that.
Yep.
Well, I gotta
Me?
go to the bathroom.
That's so cute. He's like interested.
Yeah, he's in love.
Are so smooth. Do you use moisturizer? Actually, I have this special seaweed lotion. I could get you some if you want.
Boring girl stuff.
Do you see anything interesting in my love line? I see a great romance for you. The man you're going to marry. Tell me more. I can see that he's a very powerful bender.
He's like, Yahoo!
Looks like someone had a pretty good bathroom break.
Yeah, when I was in there.
I don't even want to know.
Who's next?
Okay, let's get this over with.
Your future is full of struggle and anguish. Most of it self-inflicted.
Don't
Dang!
my palms or anything.
I don't need to. It's written all over your face.
Yikes.
You then.
And the battle continues. With Aunt Wu.
This is the most reliable method of telling your fortune. The
Oh, I love this
bones
part.
I love this.
Go on. Pick one. Now throw it on the fire. The heat makes cracks in the bones. And I read the bone cracks to tell your destiny.
Wow, that's a big crack.
I've never seen this before.
You mean the bones crack?
Oh my!
I love this part.
I know. It's so funny.
Your destiny. This is incredible. You will be involved in a great battle. An awesome conflict between the forces of good and evil. A battle whose outcome will determine the fate of the whole world.
Yeah, I knew that already. But did it say anything about a girl?
A girl? You want to know about love?
Yes.
I'm sorry, but I didn't see anything.
No.
Poor guy.
Oh, look! I must have missed something.
Aw.
So
Right.
sweet.
It says, trust your heart and you will be with the one you love.
Really?
Generic fortune.
She just opened up a fortune cookie
Well,
and read that.
See for yourselves that fortune telling is just a big stupid hoax.
You're just saying that because you're gonna make yourself unhappy your whole life.
That woman
love
is
that.
crazy. My life will be calm and happy and joyful. Ow! That doesn't prove anything.
Well, I liked my predictions. Certain things are gonna turn out very well.
They sure are.
Oh.
Why? What did she tell you?
Some stuff. You'll find out.
Oh, that's so cute.
That's
I
kind
love
of a
that.
hint. You'll find out. Oh.
What's with the sky?
We're waiting for Aunt Wu to come and read the clouds to predict the fate of the whole village.
That cloud kind of looks like a fluffy bunny.
You better hope that's not a bunny. The fluffy bunny cloud forecasts doom and destruction.
Do you even hear yourself?
The cloud reading will tell us if Mount Makapu will remain dormant for another year or if it will erupt.
I can't believe
So
you
they got
trust your
lazy.
wife with that crazy old woman's superstition.
Yep.
Shh, she's coming. Hey, Aang, don't you think that cloud looks like a flower? Huh? Sure, I guess. I think it's Zara. Don't you think that cloud looks like a flower? Shh.
I love
Dude.
that.
That literally happens all the time. Like, while you're focused and in love with someone else is focused and in love with you, and the person that you're focused and in love with is in love with somebody else.
Wavy moon-shaped cloud.
That's frustrating.
Gonna be a great year for
It's hilarious to
twins.
watch though.
Yeah.
And a cumulus coming off the end of it. The village will not be destroyed by the volcano this year.
It looked like a snail to me. I don't know.
I will say that's kind of like, we'll talk about it more later, but
I like you.
you know, reading the clouds to like see if the volcano's gonna erupt.
Like, it just takes one person to go up there and check. Like, that's fine if they want to have that tradition to know about how the year is gonna go for everyone. But
Yeah.
also just double check and have someone go.
Anytime.
About this man I'm supposed to marry? Is he gonna be handsome? Oh, I hope he's tall.
Oh,
Ah, you want another reading?
Yes, please.
Yeah, Katara gets a little obsessive with this. I
I
watch
wonder-
her and I'm like, that's a little overboard.
Someone really needs to scream some sense into it.
I wonder if she charges.
I'm happy, Sokka.
Not for long. I'm gonna prove Aunt Wu's predictions are nonsense.
Here we go, Sokka.
Hey, you. I bet Aunt Wu told you to wear those red shoes, didn't she?
Yeah, she said I'd be wearing red shoes when I met my true love.
Uh-huh. And how many times have you worn those shoes since you got that fortune?
Every day.
Then of course it's gonna come true!
The fire.
You think so? I'm so excited.
Oh.
Oh.
And then you'll have your third great-grandchild before quietly passing away in your sleep. Is that enough information for you?
Wow. Thanks, Aunt Wu.
Third
Oh, wait, one more
great-grandchild.
thing.
Mhm.
How warmly should I dress tomorrow?
You want me to do a reading for that?
Oh my god, that's taking it overboard.
Who told you you have to take a bath sometime?
Yikes.
And what does
So, Sokka,
bathing have anything to
you know
do with
some
your
stuff about
fortune?
wings,
I
right?
don't understand.
You've come to the right
Oh my
place.
god.
What can I do
Wingman.
you for?
Wingman
Well,
Sokka.
There's this girl.
I think I know who you mean.
You do? And you're okay with it?
Of course I am. And to tell you the truth, I've been picking up a subtle vibe that she likes you too.
Bit stalkerish.
Oh yeah, she's crazy about you. All you
But
have
it's
to
funny
do
how
now
Aang
is
thinks
not
it's
mess
Katara.
up.
Katara, yeah.
Well, how do I do that?
The #1 mistake nice guys like you make? Being too nice.
That's true. Sometimes that is true.
Yep. If you want to keep her interested, you have to act aloof. Like you don't really care one way or the other.
Well, okay.
Hey, Aang. I was wondering.
See you later.
Wow, that kid is good.
And you'll be fine.
Oh,
Same.
hey, Katara. I didn't see you there. Hey, Aang. That's okay. I'm busy with my own stuff.
Dang.
This is Kyoshi Island all over again.
Oh yeah.
Papaya.
I love that was so random.
So, papaya.
Uh-huh. Would you like some?
You know me. I don't really care what I eat.
Okay, then. See you later.
Maybe aloof isn't my style.
Aang doesn't like apples? Is that what I'm getting from
Did
that?
you see that? Excuse me. Where can a guy find one of those things?
Third wheel much?
Dragging me all the way up here for a stupid flower.
Not just any flower. A panda lily. I've seen it in action, and boy, does it work.
Flowers are fine once you're married, but at this early stage, it's critical that you maintain maximum aloofness.
But my heart is telling me. to
Says
do this.
Sokka, the one who has never dated anyone.
I would be with the one I love.
The score.
What? Don't tell me you believe in that stuff too.
Well, Aunt Wu hasn't been wrong yet. Why should she be wrong about love? There, on the rim. Oh no.
Yikes. And that's why you double check things like that, people.
But that's interesting. It's kind of cool how the panda lilies grow like right at the edge of the volcano. That's kind of.
How did
cool.
the other guy not notice?
Those people all think they're safe. We've got to warn them.
There's no time to walk. Grab on.
I love when he does that.
Can you believe she won't let me in? And after all the business I've given her?
But she doesn't even charge.
Oh.
There's that.
Still.
Well, we have other things to worry about. Aunt Wu was wrong about the volcano.
Sokka, you tried to convince me she was wrong before. It's gonna take an awful lot to change my mind. Oh no.
Dang.
Everyone, that volcano is gonna blow any second. Aunt Wu was wrong.
Yeah, we know you don't believe in Aunt Wu, Mr. Science and Reason Lover. If you won't listen to him, maybe you'll listen to me. I want to believe Aunt Wu and her predictions as much as you do. But my brother and Aang saw the lava with their own eyes.
Well, I heard Aunt Wu's prediction with my own ears.
Oh my god.
I mean, it is tough when you have someone who's credible, like someone who's never been like
But
wrong
it's
before.
Not, it's
But
not
at the
about
same-
credibility because all she's giving is generalized advice.
Not for everyone though.
Look, can your fortune telling explain that?
Can your science explain why it rains?
Yes! Yes, it can!
And the guy just walks away. Like, come on, man.
They just won't listen.
I'm with Sokka here.
But they will listen to Aunt Wu.
I know that's the problem.
I think they're both
Well, it's about to
extreme.
become a solution. We're taking fate in our own hands. First, I need to borrow Aunt Wu's cloud reading book.
This was smart of Aang.
Yeah, it makes sense.
We don't want anyone to hear us. Oh, I didn't see you there. You don't like me, do you?
Ooh.
Of course I like you, but not the way I like you. Oh, I guess not. It's okay. It's just really hard when you like someone, but they don't think of you that way. I know what
Facts.
you mean. She's beautiful, by the way. Huh? That Water Tribe girl. I can see why you like her so much. She's sweet, she's a bender, and her hair seems so manageable.
Yikes.
Aw, what a
You're gonna
cutie.
meet a great guy who's gonna completely fall for you. I know it. Thanks.
Aw.
Plus, you've known him for like 2
Don't you
days.
love this?
But hey, he-
How did you know?
his wisdom,
I've
his
kind
lies.
of been stalking you.
Oh,
Oh, thanks.
Told you,
I
bit
guess.
stalkerish.
awkward.
Clouds are made of water and air. So between the two of us, we ought to be able to bend them into any shape we want.
That's
I found it.
true.
The symbol
Yep.
for volcanic doom.
Teamwork
But how do
makes
you
the
know
dream work.
how they're making it look? Do they have Sokka observing from the ground like, yep, that looks
No,
like a
but
bunny?
you can. I mean, once because since they're bending, they know how to. They know what they're like manipulating and where they're putting it, and that's what I would assume. Because like we don't know it because we can't control a substance and make it move. But like if we could, I would assume that we would know how we're moving it.
Aunt Wu,
You know?
look!
But how do you know to
Something's
move it to
happening
look
in the
like that?
clouds.
You know? Okay, whatever. Look, just suspension of disbelief, okay?
That's pretty cool. That's like Harry Potter stuff right there.
Yep.
We can still save the village if we act fast. Sokka has a plan.
Lava is gonna flow downhill to this spot. If we can dig an even up trench, we can channel all the lava away from the village to the river.
If any of you are earthbenders, come with me.
I'm an earthbender. I'm not.
Everybody else, grab a shovel. Come on, we've gotta hurry.
Yikes. Smart on Sokka's end too.
Faster, dig faster.
Yeah, I like the idea of the trench. It like that's not something I would have thought about, but I don't have to deal with volcanoes.
True.
We'll come for you when it's safe.
The trio, the Trinity, the Aang Gang, Team Avatar.
Team Avatar.
I mean, technically they don't become Team Avatar until Toph, but
Yeah.
so right now they're the Aang Gang.
They're the original trio.
Dang. This reminds me a lot of Roku's story.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That's so true.
Maybe that's why he was much better with it this time. Because his
Yeah.
past
Was like-
life already knew how to deal with it. Look at this. I love this.
I'm getting like low-key chills right now.
He's
Like,
pulling
look at
the
him, look at
air.
him.
He's pulling the air. Look at that.
Oh my god, so epic!
Plus, he's an airbender, so he knows how to work with air better than maybe Roku did.
Right.
Man, sometimes I forget what a powerful bender that kid is.
Wait, what did you just say?
Yep.
Nothing, just that Aang is one powerful bender.
He sure is.
She's realizing
I
it.
suppose he is.
Dude, I loved that scene. That first time I saw it, I was like, yes,
I was
they're
like,
destined.
It's going down.
So you messed with the clouds, did you? Very clever.
No offense, but I hope this has taught everyone a lesson about not relying too much on fortune telling.
But Aunt Wu predicted the village wouldn't be destroyed, and it wasn't. She was right, after all.
I hate you.
But you have to be proactive in your own life. You can't just like sit back.
Can I ask you something?
Of course, honey.
You didn't really see love in my fortune, did you? You just told me what I wanted to hear.
I'll tell you a little secret, young airbender.
Love this.
Just as you reshape those clouds, you have the power to shape your own destiny.
That's very true.
Yep.
It was so nice to meet you. Take care, Meg.
Take care. Floozy.
What? Ooh, you don't call Katara that, okay?
She didn't call Katara floozy. She was like saying like, oh man, like dang damn
No. She called Katara
it.
something
No,
bad.
she did not. She was just saying
Anyways.
like, she was just like, oh man.
Anyways, that is the end of episode 14, The Fortune Teller. Now, I know previously I had said that there was an episode that I disliked more than The Great Divide, which a lot of people think is very fillery. And you thought this was it.
Yeah.
This is not it.
It's
This
not?
is not the episode that I dislike more than The Great Divide. But anyways.
I do like this episode more
yeah,
than The Great Divide.
Yeah. I like this episode. What I like about this episode is I don't think it's actually as good as the previous one we saw because we didn't get as much story and stuff like that. But what I really enjoyed about this episode is two things. Number one is that relationship between Aang and Katara and how obviously we know that there's some sort of chemistry there. There's some sort of, obviously Aang has a thing for Katara. We're not sure if Katara has a thing for Aang. They don't really make us privy to that. But I do like that this addresses that. Because sometimes there are some times where shows will either address relationships that are being formed in a show right away, or sometimes they don't address them at all. But here we're at least saying like, look, yes, Aang does like her. Katara is looking for love as well. And now she might be coming to the realization that it could be Aang. But at the same time, they also don't force it the rest of the season to try to make them a couple and have it take away from the story, which is something I think this show does very well. But this is the first kind of, it's not the first time they talk about it, but it's a good like checkpoint to be like, guys, don't forget this is something. And you know, the fortune teller telling her you're going to be with a powerful bender. Obviously, then later Sokka saying, wow, he's such a powerful bender. I love that moment. So that's one thing that I really enjoy about this episode. Another thing that I really enjoy is this whole idea of Sokka having this debate with the villagers of like science over superstition, science over supernatural, you know, which obviously here the lines are blurred because people can waterbend, people can bend the elements, you know, that there's some supernatural stuff or something that's not very sciencey about that, but at the same time, you know, that what he says at the end of like, I hope everyone learns a lesson, like, yes, you know, if I want to know about my future, like, sure, go to Aunt Wu, but you can't dedicate, like Katara was, every single little aspect of your life to what this woman says, down to, like, what you're going to wear, what you're going to eat, if you're going to maintain your hygiene or not. Like, you know, those kinds of things are kind of extreme. And I know that you said that both sides were extreme, but I think it's very important that they showed us that because it gives us more insight into Sokka's character, of how he's always more, not science, you know, based, not a science-based character, but he's more, his ideology is more based on, like, fact, planning, scheduling, like, you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah, no, like, you have to remember that at the beginning of the season, he thought Katara was, like, crazy because of her waterbending. Like, even just the idea of waterbending to him was, like, kind of weird.
Freakish. Remember, he called her freakish.
Right, because no one else in his village
True.
could waterbend, and he didn't grow up with any of that.
Yeah.
And as the series progresses, like, he sees Aang and the Avatar say, you know, he says it again, like, can you guys get any more weird? So he is definitely more closed-minded to that stuff, but it's...
I wouldn't say closed-minded, but I would say that that's part of his character. It's part of his characteristic, which is he believes more in science. He believes more in, like, things being explained and things making sense. And Aunt Wu is like, sometimes things don't have to make sense, and so I like that dynamic. Now I know that Sokka's character is evolving. We're still only in season 1, but I don't want to call him closed-minded, even though Katara did say at the beginning, you have to be more open-minded, which I was like, yeah, that's basically what Sokka needs to do. But at the same time, I wouldn't call him closed-minded, because I feel like he's very open-minded to a lot of things that they go through in the season. But this one of those things, he was just like, you know what? No, like, I need to give my 2 cents about what's going on here with this village.
I think Katara and Aang push him outside of his comfort. Like, yeah, they push him out of his comfort zone. So I think he started off a bit closed-minded, and he's starting to open up. And obviously there are still things that he has powerful opinions of, which is fine, of course. But, I agree. Like, I am definitely a bit more superstitious. Like, I read my horoscope and stuff like that. So I understand where these people are coming from, but you can't, like, rely on that for your life. You have to be proactive in your life. Like, when that guy was getting attacked by the bear, you can't just sit there and be like, everything's gonna be fine because the lady told me it's gonna be fine, so I shouldn't even fight back. Like, no. If you're in danger, you need to get out. You can't just rely or believe in everything being alright. You have to be proactive in your life.
Right.
So I think this was a good episode for that, kind of showing Sokka's point, like, you can't always rely on what other people, the superstition says, but also seeing Katara and Aunt Wu's side being, not everything can be explained. There are things out there that can't always be explained, and you have to be okay with that. So I like that balance between the two.
Trust. It's not that things can't be explained, it's that trusting something that doesn't have an explanation, which is like trusting a fortune teller. Is there an explanation as to how they know stuff? No, but like Katara is choosing to believe that, and I agree with you. I'm not taking one side or the other. I'm just saying that I like that they brought it up, because it shows us more of Sokka's character.
Right.
So.
And then I think that scene when he gets up and he stops the lava and all that, he like cools it down, and like when he's like, he's such a powerful bender, that is such an iconic moment for me. That scene is one of the scenes that I remember the most. Like, when I think of Aang and Katara, that's one of the scenes that I remember, that I go back to. I don't know, I just think it's iconic.
It is.
Same as like when she puts on the necklace and it's like he's looking at her through that filter. I feel like
through his lens.
Yeah, that's also like an iconic moment. So yeah, there are definitely like really good parts in this episode. I'm like, oh, like that's a silly episode, but then when I'm watching it, I'm like, oh, I forgot this was from this episode, and that's also from this episode.
Yeah, and that happens a lot with this show. You think, oh yeah, that's just kind of one of the silly, and then you're like, oh man, that's actually really good. So. Alright guys, well that is it. That is episode 14, Fortune Teller. We're going to keep going, guys. We're going to move on to number 15. So hopefully you guys will be there with us. So until next time, see ya.